not able to make it. May 18th, we're more than halfway through the month, and we've been having a great month. So congrats to everyone who's hard at work. We got some birthdays still this month. Daisy's is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Daisy. Jason's on the 22nd, other Jason. Voss on the 23rd, Josh on the 26th, Christian on the 27th, Melina on the 29th, Andrea on the 29th, and Karen on the 30th. So happy birthday to everyone with birthdays in May. We have two new agents who joined over the last week or so. We have Talia, who's actually on the call. Talia, if you want, you can feel free to unmute yourself and introduce yourself. And also Giancarlo, who is not on the call today, but Talia is going to be working, I think, primarily out in Queens, and she's a member of LIBOR. Gianni or Giancarlo is working mostly in Manhattan. So welcome to both of you. And just as a reminder, again, thankfully Talia is here. So we've got another one out in Queens, but we could use probably one more licensed agent out in Queens. So if you do know of anyone who's either looking to get their license or who is, licensed and looking for a change, more opportunities and things like that, please let me know. Okay, today's quote, and again, for those of you who are new, I always like to have something on here to kind of talk about. Today's is, let your first hour set the theme of success and positive action that is certain to echo throughout your entire day. Today will never happen again, right? And again, the fact that you guys are on this call is a great way to start your day. I know here in New York, and I always get flack from the New Jersey agents who are like, oh, we're starting at 8, we're starting at 7, like we're up and doing stuff. I'm like, okay, I think we start a little later in New York because we stay out a little bit later here. But whenever you start your day, and again, I know it's different for everyone. Some people get a lot of work done right in the morning. I'm not a morning person personally. I start, my best work around like 10 or 11, and I go later. But again, let whatever time you have be a positive time, right? Whatever time you can devote to business, let that be time where you're actually focusing on business. I've had conversations with a few of you during one-on-ones about kind of setting a schedule, and we're going to be talking about that next week during our workshop. But really, one of the things that you can do is when you are focused on X activity, right? When you're focused on prospecting, when you're focused on setting up appointments, when you're focused on something else, it is so easy to get distracted. Phone rings, someone comes in the door, whatever it is. I find that I am most productive if I turn my phone on airplane mode. And remember, we are not ER doctors, we're not neurosurgeons. There is nothing that can't wait to get back to within about an hour that you won't be able to still successfully do your job. And so it's important to remember to take time and to devote the time to the actions that you need to take to be successful in this business. And those are different actions for everyone, right? For some people, it's prospecting, getting out there, meeting people and increasing their business. For some people, it's following up with past clients. For some people, it's, the tasks at hand for the job of real estate, of showing apartments and things like that. But just focus when you can and use the time that you have wisely, because again, today will never happen again, right? Tomorrow you can't say, oh, I did X, Y, and Z. You can only say that today. So again, let's talk about the market. And we kind of started on this a little bit earlier, but what are people seeing out there? Ken, I don't know if you want to kind of tell your story to everyone about what's happening in your building and with the rental market. And I know you've done a couple rentals recently. Oh, did we lose Ken?
Yeah. So you got to make, so the market's crazy. So even one tenant who had a fantastic job starting at Alliance Bernstein with her fiance, they could spend a lot of money. So their budget was up to 5,000, but you'd be shocked what we saw and how quickly we had to move. When they saw something they liked, I pushed them to just apply immediately. And they got it. She had such a great background with her new income. But however, I think I added value by selling who is Alliance Bernstein? What kind of money are they going to make? What's the bonus guarantee? What does that mean? And so I think I helped a lot with that. I was pitching the agent while we were in the showing. And her mother was there. So her mother was doing a video conferencing. And so The risk that I felt was I was doing the deal, getting the lease signed, and she didn't have to pay the collect your own fee. But I had everything signed, so I slept a little bit better at night. And once she realized how great the apartment was, she wired the money over. But there's always that little hesitation. So that I always have that stress. And that's where we're at right now. Collect your own fee or split it 50, co-broke and split 50-50. Jason and I did a lease on Bleecker Street, and people were willing to pay more, but not maybe move in as quickly and didn't have the balance sheet of the guarantor. So we got the money wired right away, but yet, I was getting pressure. We got to get everything in order, or else somebody else is going to grab it. And that's the market. I'm hearing people bidding over and all the time. And
yeah, and again, and to kind of echo what Ken was saying, I had an apartment. It was, we were getting interest but no offers. And in one day we got 3 offers and they started bidding up. And again, Ken's client was the best qualifications, let's say, for this specific owner. But, and they got it at the asking price versus, I think we had an offer at like $650 a month over the asking price for a, $7,000 apartment. So it is crazy what's going on out there. So and again, just to kind of echo what Ken said, I think one of the best things that you can do if you're working with rental clients is prep them on the market, right? You tell them, hey, it's a crazy market out there. You need to have all your paperwork lined up. You have everything ready. The moment we see an apartment you want, you will apply for it right away, right? And to get those apartments, and again, Michael and Christine and Anthony and a number of you and Ellen, who are out there with rental clients, what limited inventory there is and how quickly things are going. So, my biggest suggestion is maybe don't, at this moment right now, don't waste time using OLR. Most things are going to be on Street Easy, and just look for what was listed today and get an appointment as quickly as you can for rentals. How about the sale market? What are people seeing either?
Can I just ask a question, please? How long do you think this will be going on for? Because I'm going to be putting something on for rent in maybe mid-June.
You'll be fine then. I think it'll go through the summer personally. I don't know what other people think. Ellen, what do you think? Nothing from Ellen. Ken, how about you?
Sorry. First of all, I have no idea because I don't know enough about rentals, but I do want to kind of disagree with you, Jason, because the rental client that I was working with, I actually did not find something on Street Easy because by the time it went on Street Easy, it was already practically gone. I actually found a couple of larger buildings, and again, we're talking a little higher end. And I found larger buildings were actually on OLR, and I was able to call them and say, what do you have coming up? Which you could not do on Street Easy.
That's great. And that's another really good thing to do, especially if you have someone who's not looking for an immediate move in. Many of these larger management companies, bigger owners will know their availability without listing it, because maybe you're right, they don't want to pay Street Easy, or maybe it's not listed yet. And if you have those relationships, or if you just call around, like Ellen was saying, right? Just because, if there's something they like and it rented, maybe you say, what do you have coming available? That's a really good point.
I had one client who's coming in today, actually from Pennsylvania. Her daughter's also going to start a new job at JP Morgan. And he's looking at Murray Hill, Kips Bay, 40th Street near JP Morgan's building. And we had only one virtual showing. It's just horrible out there for that marketplace. And I had one broker tell me they have 75 people showing up on Sunday. So I said, thank you. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go upstate. I'm not doing that. So I got lucky with the West, I should say, Columbus Circle area and with the Bleecker, but it's tough out there.
It's definitely tough. But again, like Ellen said, reach out to management companies, talk to other agents, right? Maybe, again, Christine, when we get to it, please tell us about that listing, because maybe we have someone who's already ready to rent it. We can talk about that at the end. But again, just, prepare your clients, prepare yourself, especially with rentals, and we'll keep going. Prospecting session tomorrow from 11 to 12. Again, I send out the Zoom link for this. You can win Amazon gift cards. It's a great way to hear other people's scripts, kind of focus on doing prospecting activities. Again, this is over Zoom, one of the corporate run ones. And we're going to be changing our workshops, right? We've kind of gone through, I would say, the majority of topics that I think are relevant to almost everyone who works in our office, be it whatever market you work in. And so for the next couple of weeks, what we're going to be doing is from 12 to 1, we're going to be doing a New York prospecting session, right? I'd love for people to come into the office from 12 to 1 on Tuesdays, if you can make it in. This is for people who want to get more business, right? This is not to learn something, this is to actually do things. Again, you can also join over Zoom, but you have to be ready to prospect. We're going to talk about scripts, we're going to talk about dialogues, who to call, how to call them, and we're going to be making the calls. That's what these 12 o'clock sessions are going to be for the next couple weeks, to kind of take advantage of what's happening out there and how we can kind of build our business even more. So again, you can join over Zoom. I'll send a Zoom link as well. Come in the office though, it's better to do it in person, and we'll kind of go through things. Again, unfortunately, Rudolyn is out for the rest of the week. Her information is here. If you don't have it, she's our processing manager, marketing technology specialist. And with that, I don't think he's on actually, but I did want to call out, oh, this didn't come over correctly, but Jamie Goldberg is our insurance rep. A lot of you have used him, have known him. He actually won the top insurance agent for the month of April for the entire company, which is pretty awesome. So we wanted to congratulate Jamie. Hopefully you watch this video, Jamie, but if not, again, send him a quick congratulations when you have a chance. Again, here's Jamie's contact information for anyone who's new or doesn't have it saved in their phone. Please put it in. One of the nicest things that they do is every year, if you get a quote on your homeowners, renters, and or auto insurance, Jamie will do a quote for you. Just for getting that quote, right? You don't have to change anything. You don't have to pay anything. You get a free $50 Amazon gift card. You guys can all use that to buy that peppermint spray that Tristan recommended for your mouse problem. Hopefully help it go away. If not, you can use it for whatever you want on Amazon. But again, Jamie is great at helping clients. And with that, I will give it away to Doug.
All right. Do you have the slides, Jason?
I do.
All right. So let's go to the first slide. Just going to give you brief overview of what's going on in the marketplace. Inflation continues to be the big concern. The Federal Reserve has started taking actions by raising rates to sort of combat inflation. This is expected to continue for certainly the near term. At some point, it's going to have to level off because I personally think it's going to cause other problems in the economy. But for the near term, their strategy is to pump the brakes by raising rates and slow down inflation by doing that. So the indirect effect on retail rates is that they've been going up. They've gone up a lot. This is actually the most they've ever gone up in this short period of time since it really started in November, but heavily in January, and it just has keep going. It's just kept going. Right now we are. Well, let's look at the next slide. I'll show you where rates are. Right now we're at a 30-year fix. This is nationally for everything that's Freddie and Fannie based, right? So 5.38 on a 30-year fixed, and that's with points. That's with 0.4 points. So if you back out the points, you're just a little bit over 5.5. So, many times we were talking for the past year and a half prior to January, and we were hovering around 3 for a long time. And now 3 is in the rearview mirror and we continue to go uphill. I expect this to continue for a while, but like I said, at some point it's going to have to level up. It's going to plateau. I kind of think at the end of the year or maybe this time next year, it's not going to go back to 1980 levels of, 18%. I mean, we can't handle that. But in the near term, we have a volatile market, which is why for high balance loans and for jumbo loans, ARMs are making a huge comeback. The 30-year fix has gotten to be a lot more expensive than some of the ARMs. And that's why it's definitely worth considering. Normally, well, when rates were low, there was no reason to recommend an ARM. Now I am. So these are things I can counsel your buyers on to get them to the right program. Let's look at the next slide if we could. The mobile app, we've talked about it many times. If you don't have it or don't know what it is, please let me know. It costs you nothing. It's a marketing tool that's paid for by Weichert Financial. Basically, it's used on your phone. You could share the app. You would be co-branded on it, so your information is there with mine. If the customer has a property question, they would contact you directly. If they have a mortgage question, they can contact me. It gets them engaged. It's not for every buyer, but a lot of buyers want handheld. They don't even want emails anymore. They want to do it on their phone. And this is a tool to do it. There's also pass along viewership, where somebody that you shared the app with can potentially pass that to someone you haven't even met and get your information to them, and you could potentially get a contact out of that. So if you're not using it or don't know what it is, please give me a call or an email. We can go over it with you. It's definitely worth having, and for the right customer, it could be a good tool. Let's go to the next slide if we could. This is the same thing. There's a trivia question for the week. So there's 2 agencies that set guidelines on conforming loans. So what are their names? So these are the choices. There's a trivia question: Ginnie Mae and Fannie Mae. This is for conforming loans. So who sets the guidelines for conforming? Ginnie Mae and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Freddie Mac and FHA, or Ginnie Mae and FHA? A lot of acronyms there. Tom says B. Marty says B.
Anyone else have
Anybody
a
else?
guess?
So Tom and Marty are correct. Fannie and Freddie are the ones who set the guidelines for conforming loans. If you have any customers that you're working with, I do recommend having them get pre-approved. I would be happy to do that for you. If you can remember just to say, we have a mortgage advisor in my office. I'm gonna have him give you a call. It's not a high pressure call at all. It's just to gather information, give them a recommendation on the proper product. Tom and Leslie and I, we're doing a co-op loan right now up in Westchester. We had a co-op approval in one day. So, we can do some great things. If you're not really utilizing our services or my services, you really should consider doing it. I'm happy to help if I can help you with anything else. If you have open house flyer needs or anything like that, just let me know.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Doug.
Thank you.
With that, I'd like to go into the congratulations over the last 2 weeks. So again, rental market continues to be extremely strong. Stephanie, Paris, Zach, Josh, Christine, Anthony, Eunice, Michelle, Will, and Ken all did rentals, or multiple rentals, many of them. So congratulations to you guys. We had signed contracts: Michelle, Will, Eunice, Nicole, Ricardo, Kelly, and Christine. So congratulations to all of you. And new sale listings: Ellen, Ken, Marty, and Will. So congratulations to you guys on the new listings. Again, if you have a contract that you haven't sent me, please send it over. With Rudolin out this week, I'm kind of helping with coverage and whatnot. Oh, we had closings too. Sorry. Ricardo, Christine, Tanya, and Julie all had closings. So congratulations to you guys for the recent closings. I'm going to be out of the office Monday and Friday and Monday. I'm going to be back on the 24th, Tuesday morning. So again, Stephanie's going to be helping with coverage if you have any deal related questions. And again, because of our processing schedule, we will put anything in that we get on Tuesday. So don't worry about that. And with that,
you're going back to Argentina?
No,
this
not
weekend?
Argentina, unfortunately. So too short. So does anyone have any new listing, or is there a listing that they need? Christine, would you like to tell us about your rental, just in case anyone has anyone?
Me, Christine?
You, Christine.
Okay, well, this is a great apartment. It's 45 Park Avenue. It is beautifully located between 36th and 37th on Park. It's a fabulous building. The apartment has a beautiful view of the Park Avenue Mall. It's a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath with a washer dryer. We're going to put it on at 6,200 and see what happens.
Sounds great. It's a great building. So
great building, really special apartment. Very, really modern, and it's super duper for the person who wants it. And the location is amazing. It's right between 34th and 42nd, Grand Central, Penn Station, all of that stuff, and theater.
Awesome. Thank you, Christine. So again, if you have anyone, let Christine know. I have 2 apartments. I have a 1-bedroom rental on 8th Avenue. It's a condo with no condo board approval. It is about 800 square feet, floor through, We're asking 5250, washer, dryer, wine fridge, wood burning fireplace, new windows, new kitchen, everything you can possibly, tiny little outdoor space, quiet building. And that's available immediately. The contractor just finished up the work there.
What street did you say? I'm sorry.
It's on 8th Avenue between 17th and 18th. So kind of like right in Chelsea, right near, the border, 2 blocks from the subway and stuff like that.
Right, you have TJ Maxx.
You're not too far from TJ Maxx. That's true. No, not everyone knows about our joke, Christine. So, and sorry.
Jason? Yeah, I just when you get a chance, I just want to talk about my price lowering.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no problem. Go for it.
Park Vendome, which is a pre-war condo. This is a 353 West 56th Street, right between 8th and 9th Avenues. Doorman, tons of amenities, gorgeous apartment with a working fireplace and a private balcony, and the building also has a roof deck, et cetera, et cetera. We've just dropped the price another $100,000, so it is now 1.550, and there is still some movement. The seller really, really, really is motivated. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous apartment in a fabulous building. Bring your people, please.
Awesome. Anyone else have any listings they'd like to talk about? Marty, do you want to talk about yours or what you have left?
What I have, thank you. Hello, everybody. What I have left is a large 1-bedroom, 800 square feet, it's about a block from Broadway and 215th Street, which is in Inwood, Upper Manhattan. All renovated, all new, top floor corner apartment. Views to the north towards Riverdale in the Bronx, and then to the east, sunrises are beautiful. 418,000, maintenance 813 a month. So that's what I have left. But as far as listings needed, I know I briefly spoke to Jason yesterday. It's small, but I'm looking if anybody knows or a very specific on the west side, Columbus, Amsterdam, West End, Riverside Drive, in the 60s. So let's say from like Lincoln Center area up to, let's say, 79th Street, like near Zabar's. 1-bedroom, 3,500. Maybe I can get it to 37, 38. How impossible is that to find? In a brownstone. Preferably in a brownstone. If not, then elevator, but not a walk-up. So how am I looking, people?
It's got to be over 4,000.
Shit. Really?
Wait, look
Unless it's
on the first
a
floor.
chunky building.
Look for a walk up on the first floor.
Yeah, she can she could do a first floor, or I think she had back surgery, and she's she's got property in Florida, but she wants she wants to rent in New York. So
there is an elevator studio just listed for 2,500.
But no, she's willing to go up to 3,700. So the studio will be too small. That'd be like 400 square feet. She's looking, she wanted like 800 or to 1,000 square feet. I said, I don't think so.
Yeah, you might be able to find something, but Marty, one person you might want to reach out to is Christine Devine. She knows a lot of landlords on the Upper West. That was kind of where she focused. I can give you her information, but she might know something coming available.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Thank you. And
yep.
And other than,
I'm helping Suzanne on Michelle's apartment. I don't know if you know them, but it is a 20 Pine. It's a 1-bedroom on the 5th floor. It's overlooking the stock exchange. It's quite big. I don't know if anyone knows 20 Pine. They all have the same style. It's really nice. I think we are going to put it on the market for around 6,500.
It's like a lofty 1-bedroom, right, Michael?
Yeah, it's huge. The living room is more loft, but there is a separate 1-bedroom. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. That is it for me. I'm going to stop the recording.